Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's Lauren. We're going to be talking about some great travel tips, answering questions, anything travel related. Text it to me, comment, message me. I would be happy to answer your questions, whatever they are, because no question is a dumb question. If you have a question, there's probably lots of other people that have that very same question. And so if you ask me that question, I can answer it. And then a whole lot of other people will also be benefiting from your question. So I love to come on here every Tuesday and just share some information with you. Again, answer your questions. And if you're getting to watch the replay, put in the comments replay and where you're watching from. I would just love to be able to see where everybody's tuning in from and to get to know our audience better. So I hope that you are joining me today. And one of the questions that we're going to be looking into is, what is better for our family? Is it a cruise or is it an all-inclusive vacation? What is going to be best for a family with kids? So let's go over some pros and cons about each one of those. And then you can decide for yourself, or you can always reach out to me, your wonderful travel agent, and I can give you recommendations based on your family, on what you're looking for, on the age of your kids, things like that, on which one might be a better fit for you to look into. So let's talk about cruises. What are the pros of taking a family on a cruise? Of course, there's different cruises. You have your Disney cruise, which is all about kids, and you have your normal cruises, which include the kids. So yes, different cruises are different, but there's a lot of similarities with the cruises. So some of the pros with a cruise is that you're going to have a variety of things. You're going to have a variety as far as destinations to be able to go see, excursions, things like that. So if maybe your kids are a little bit older, middle school, high school, and they would enjoy more variety, adventure, well, and seeing different destinations, well, definitely, a cruise might be worth choosing. The cruises are going to have built-in activities. They have a lot of built-in activities for when you are at sea, things to do on the ship for all ages, multiple things to do, not just this is only the thing that's going on right now, and then this. No, they have multiple things going on all the time. And for different ages. And of course, you might be things that y'all could do together. Sometimes they have trivia, they have bingo, so you could do those things together as a family. But then they also have, things scheduled just for the kids and different ages. Um, so again, lots of variety of onboard activities that are built into that. Some of the cons is that it could be more costly depending on if you're flying or driving to the port, your overnight stay the night before, and possibly when you get back. And of course, on cruises, a lot of times you have to pay for some of those extras like Wi Fi, drinks, gratuities, things like that. And of course, you have your destinations, but you have limited time at those destinations. So you don't always have so much say so over what you're doing during that destination time because it's limited time there. And of course, not everyone enjoys being on a cruise. Sometimes people get seasick. So, take those things into consideration. Those are some cons. So let's talk about an all-inclusive. What are some pros to an all-inclusive? Well, an all-inclusive might be easier to budget because more stuff is included. All your food, all your drinks, things like that are included. They do have some activities that could be included, and every all-inclusive resort is going to be different. Some might be more adult focused, some might be more kid focused. So you really have to do your work as far as choosing which all-inclusive is going to be right for you because they are not all the same. Sometimes they do have activities, but they don't have a lot of activities. Sometimes they do have kids clubs, but it might be general for all ages at one time. It might cost extra for that. It might be included. You do get to stay in one place. So that gives you more ability to be able to pick and choose things that you might want to do outside of the resort. If you want to go into the city or the surrounding town, do excursions, you're going to have more more determination on what you are doing and how you do those things, rather than a cruise where you're just there for a limited amount of time. So your all inclusive would be more relaxing, it would be more downtime. All inclusive resorts might be a better fit for having a younger family, younger kids. You can do more things together. You're not being pulled in so many different directions. So more relaxing, more calm, less activities. Can spend more time together. Have more say so over what you're doing when. Some of the cons to an all inclusive, they're not all the same. So you do have to pick your all inclusive wisely. Not all the family activities are there's not going to be a lot of family activities. And the ones for the kids may be grouped for all kids of all ages or just for certain ages. So it might not include as much stuff for the kids to do, and it might cost extra for them. So less variety as well with an all-inclusive. So if you are trying to pick between a cruise and an all-inclusive, you definitely can reach out to me and I can help give you recommendations based on what you're looking to do, your family size, your budget, the ages of your children, as far as which one is going to give you a better experience. So those cruises, you're going to have more activities, more variety, more destinations, more go here, do this, do that. And that might be exactly what you need. Your all inclusive is going to be more relaxing, maybe less activities, but more connection time. So, depending on what you're looking for, what your family is, those are just some things to consider when you're trying to decide whether you want an all inclusive or you want a cruise for your family. A couple other tips that I did want to share with you today is if you do not travel a lot, these may come as a surprise to you. There are things that you can do. Some of them are free, some of them you pay for. Different type of excursions, tours, museums, different kinds of things that you may have access to when you are in your destination that may require a timed entry. This has been a new thing over the past couple years, especially since COVID, is doing these timed entries. So, for example, when I was visiting in DC, some of the things like I went to Mount Vernon. Now, Mount Vernon has a lot of areas that you can, walk around in. You just have to buy your ticket. But if you want to see the inside of George Washington's mansion, as they call it, then you need a timed entry to be able to do that. So you could show up on the same day and buy your ticket and not even be able to go into something until hours later. So it's always a good idea to try to pre-plan some of these things and purchase tickets ahead of time so that you get the time, the entry and stuff that you want. Things like some museums, they could be free, they may not. But a lot of times there is a timed entry. If you're going to the Louvre in Paris, there is a timed entry. So if you got there on the morning of the day that you want to go and you purchase your ticket, you may not even be able to actually enter until hours later. So take these things into consideration. Talk to your travel agent, reach out to me. I'll be able to help guide you on the best way to do these things. Even some things that are free have these reserved entries. One time when I was in Hawaii, I was shocked to find out that I needed a reserved time to hike Diamond Head. So this is, a volcano, a dead volcano, kind of like a mountain. You're hiking it to get to the top to be able to see out. We've lived there before. We hiked it. You just show up. You just go in. Well, they've made some changes. So if you are local and you live there, then you can just show up and go in. But if you're a tourist, you have to register a timed entry. And by the time we decided that we actually had time on our trip to go check out Diamond Head, and we went to reserve our spot, grab a ticket, whatever, looking it up online, we found out that we actually could not get in until like 2:30 in the afternoon. And we were there in August. So yes, it's hot. We wanted to go at like 6, 7 in the morning, but there were no timed entries for that. And we were looking the day before, so the earliest we could get in was like 2:30. So that wasn't the most convenient for us. So these are some things that a lot of travelers don't consider, don't take into consideration, don't research ahead of time. But us travel agents, we know to do this. We know how to help you have the greatest experience, the smoothest experience, the quality vacation that you're looking for. So please reach out to me and I will be happy to give you recommendations based on what you are wanting to do. I'll be happy to give you these travel tips like, oh, well, if you're going to Paris, you want to go to the Louvre, you need to have a timed entry. Don't just show up and think you're going to just go in. So we can give you those kinds of knowledge tips to make your trip the best that it can be. So I hope that you enjoy these Travel Talk Tuesdays with me. Again, I would love to answer your questions. Message me your questions, put them in the comments, and I will be glad to answer those for you. And remember, there's no wrong question. There's no dumb question, because if you have that question, there's probably other people that have that question and they are just too scared to ask it too. But I can better serve you, my my friends and family here, if you ask me the questions, because then I can better give quality value information that is what you need, what you're looking for, instead of me guessing what could be helpful for you. So please share those questions with me. Text them, message them, whatever. And it can be about anything. It could be about the travel industry itself, how to be a travel agent, what that looks like. And I'll be happy to share and ask and answer those questions as well. So for now, I wish you happy travels. I wish you an amazing week. And I look forward to hearing from you and answering more questions next week on our Travel Talk Tuesday. So take care.